All right, everybody, we have Lars Ulrich in the studio today. So, Lars, how you doing today?
I'm doing real good. How are you, Tom?
Great. Lars, you're looking incredibly healthy. Have you changed your diet?
Really just a steady diet of babies' skulls, babies' brains, and unicorn blood.
Okay. Lars, how did you guys come up with the name Lulu?
Lulu is actually a series of plays written by a German playwright that Lou Reed had been working on lyrics, getting inspiration from. And when he first approached us to at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to possibly get something going, we decided, we'll go in there. Maybe we'll do a couple of covers of famous Lou Reed songs that everybody already knows. I mean, a lot of us in the band were big Velvet Underground fans already for a long period of time. But when he came into the studio, he had this whole college-ruled notebook of lyrics that he had written, that he was inspired by the Lulu plays. And, we just said, we got the lyrics, let's go with the name, too.
Do you guys call Lou Reed Lulu?
Not me personally. Perhaps James did or something like that. He can be a very grouchy individual. The whole key to success on the album was trying not to piss Lou off. I had a couple of times when I thought I angered him, and I was afraid that maybe he was going to be standing over my bed with like a meat cleaver or something when I woke up. It was kind of scary. So, no, I never called him Lulu. I never had the balls to call him that.
What's your favorite track on the album?
I really like Brandenburg Gate. That song was really the first time that we all got to sit together in the same place and try to record music together. Kind of try to explore all Lou's ideas that he had come into the studio with, and kind of fit this collage of instruments and ideas we already had kind of preconceived around it, what he had planned for his lyrics. And it became this whole different thing, and it's really what we saw for the first time where the album was going to go from there.
I didn't care for that one.
Oh, surprisingly, Tom, you're not the first person to tell me that before.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite.
Well, look, buddy, if you got a fucking problem with the drum tracks, just come forward right now. I'll redo all of them just for you.
No. The drums were good.
I'm not really getting that impression.
You misunderstand me. I like the drums.
Okay.
I like the drums in all the songs.
Okay, well, Tom, tell me what you did like about Lulu and what you didn't.
I love the guitars. I love the backup vocals from James. I love the drums. And I liked what Lou Reed did, not vocally, but I like what he did with his... what's the thing that he uses?
You're probably talking about the continuum.
A continuum?
Yeah.
That's the instrument that he uses, is a continuum.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay. And I like the continuum that Lou Reed did. And I kind of liked how he did some soundscaping in there. I just hated Lou singing.
To be honest with you, Tom, I really don't think people should look at it as singing. It was kind of more of an art piece. Something you'd see in a museum or an art gallery. A lot of people are having the fucking problem of making the distinction between like a heavy metal record and, a fine piece of something you find in Lou Reed's catalog.
A lot of people are pissed off that you worked with Lou Reed. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I gotta say to all of you guys that are pissed off about the album, and the direction that we took it with Lou Reed is... One thing you gotta realize is there's not a disclaimer on the fucking album that says, from now on, this is the way that we're gonna do records. This is the way Metallica's gonna sound from now on. There's always gonna be somebody that's pissed off because either it doesn't sound like Ride the Lightning or it doesn't sound like Master of Puppets. You just can't always please everybody, with the piece of art that you put out. And, this wasn't supposed to just appeal to the masses. Metallica doesn't make decisions to get number one on iTunes with everything that we do. I mean, that's kind of the freedom that we have as musicians. I mean, we don't have to stick to any one formula, you know. We just try to make shit that kicks ass and try to push the boundaries. That's what fucking Metallica always has done.
Any way that we can get this album again, but just have James sing.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. If on the next Foo Fighters record you have Dave sing only exclusively Amy Winehouse lyrics the whole time.
Any chance that you might add what Lou Reed did via synthesizer and some soundscapes that he did in your next album?
Well, we definitely learned a lot about how to really mix it up inside the studio with this album that we just did with Lou. We learned a lot of recording techniques from him, and we kind of had to step outside of our own boxes that we're usually trapped in, you know. A perfect example is Kirk's use of the EBO on this record. He hadn't really used it on anything else before. And obviously James got to spend a lot of time just working on guitar riffs instead of, you know, riffs that were designed to have him sing over the top of them. You know, they could be a lot more dynamic than they usually could. And it was a real strange thing with tempos because Lou's lyric lines were kind of all over the place, and you never really understood where they were going to stop or when they could go off and do their own thing. So as far as the drums, we just kind of all had to take cues from each other when we were in our circle of jams, you know, trying to figure out how we're going to sing, how we're going to play the guitars, what kind of effects can go over the top to create this whole different environment. So I would definitely say that on the next record, you're going to see a lot of stuff that you saw on this one musically.
All right, Lars. What is James's favorite color?
James' favorite color, hands down, chartreuse.
Who is your favorite band?
Oh, fucking Metallica.
Why?
Because those guys fucking rock.
Wow, Lars, you are a cool dude. Thank you.
No, thank you for not giving the new Metallica album a fucking 1. I mean, you guys scored it pretty good, a 3. Fucking beat Coldplay. I would advise everybody out there to go buy the album, see if you like it yourself. I mean, these guys are good at what they do. They gave it a 3. You might like it.
Thank you, Lars, for coming on the show today. Lars Hetfield, everybody. Lars Hetfield.
Oh, fuck you, Tom.